Hundreds of firefighters battle the blaze, but the fire may be winning. And as day turns to night, an entire neighborhood is faced with destruction.
As far as that alleyway, I'm directly above the alleyway on a roof now, and the only problem we would have if the wall would come out and the fire would extend that way.
From the back, there's little the firefighters can do but watch.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna go in, all right? All right, go in. Anybody else in there?
They continue their assault inside the building.
Door on the back. Okay, take the line from the restaurant to the rear. You're right here. Down the wall. There's a chief in the back. Okay. You need anything back there, Chief?
Strategic decisions have to be made.
No. Put that right in the yard, Chief.
But the firefighters' efforts are unsuccessful, and as the daylight begins to fade, the entire building is engulfed in flames.
Bravo sector, the fire has dropped down a little bit, the walls are intact, this interior collapse. I wouldn't say all, we had a major collapse, looked like from the roof down, maybe 2 or 3 floors. Looks like we have some fire so far pretty good on the 5th floor. Chief, we have companies in the telephone building, that's being covered. A big problem we're looking at in the telephone building is that we don't take too much water in the basin, and we have companies also addressing that. As far as that alleyway, I'm directly above the alleyway on a roof now, and the only problem we would have if the wall would come out and the fire would extend that way. Chief, I'm getting a status report on that in a second from Rescue 1 Command.
All right, let me know, because if we need to call for some other equipment or if we need to call for anything else, we ought to get right on it.
I got what he needed on me on it. So I'll get them to get that relief, reverse relief from engine 20 station.
It sounds like we had major collapse around here. And the all fell in, yeah.
But it went in.
It went in, so that should have helped us, if anything. And then he said that we have some concerns about the water in the telephone company. Now, we need to make sure we get enough companies around there to do that. So he said he's going to give me an assessment on that.
Oh, Smitty?
Yeah. Okay. The last thing we need is to end up shutting down all that telephone service. We end up doing this good and then losing it all because of that.
Okay, affirmative.
All right. Well, we've got 8 alarms in, and it happened at a time that's close to shift change. So we really have personnel from the A platoon and the B platoon here. Right now, we're starting to downsize a little bit in that we're going to send the A platoon that should have gone off duty around 6 o'clock. We're going to be sending them back shortly, and we'll be handling this with the B platoon. Most of the fire in the A sector here, which is the front of the building, has really been knocked down and it's looking a whole lot better than it did. The B sector, which is around on the Ray Street side, which is just north of here, we've had a major collapse in a portion of that. It did collapse in, so if anything, that may have helped us a little bit in bringing some of this under control. Our major concern at this point right now is the exposures, and one of the exposures is the telephone company. We've gotten some water in there, and we are in the process of doing some dewatering. I'll be getting a full report on that shortly to make sure we have enough companies that can handle that, because we want to make sure we don't knock the telephone service out. In the C sector, which is the rear of the building, we've got 3 chiefs that are in that sector, 2 of which are in the exposure itself and 1 that's on a rooftop. And on the D sector, which you can see, it's really starting to darken down a lot, and we're making some major progress right now. And our only real heavy concerns, of course, are nobody's been hurt so far, is to keep everything as settled down and as safe as we can, and put some organization into settling everything down and making our appropriate relief.
A gentleman came to the firehouse, and I was out front, and he told me we had a fire in the building next to the firehouse. So we immediately went around and went into service with engine 3/4 line. We were down in the basement for about a half an hour when they said it broke out on the top floor, and we pulled all the lines out and went to our heavy water lines. And By that time, it had a good hold on the top floor, so we just backed everybody out.
The building has been vacant for a long time, and it's shut tight. Fire was in the basement. We went down there. Heat was really bad, steam. Then they pulled us out when fire started showing on the 3rd and 4th floor. And after that, it's just a large water line. But we've been talking about this building for quite a while. They've had it boarded up, though, for years, and it seemed like there was no vacants living in there, but apparently there was. We noticed in the last year or so, people have been entering the building from the rear. They've been breaking in. So that's all I can tell you.